Everyone, it's your boy Brandon from Audio Addiction. Thank you for checking the video out. If you are new here, get familiar. I will be doing I have already done an interview with Future Static. That should be coming out in a couple weeks. So keep your eyes peeled if you wanted to know about Liminality. Great interview. Had an awesome time, but I'm very excited to again check out what Future Static has, what they got in the works, and this is it. I've been waiting. This is the day. I've been waiting for this day to come, so I'm very excited. I know it's already out in Australia right now, and if you are watching this right now live or within the next couple days and you live in Australia, they are playing with Electric Callboys, so go out and see them, because I can't, and that makes me sad. But either way, we are going to get into Liminality. Big salute to the gals over at Future Static. Again, had a great time, and just really excited to delve into this one. I did post 3 reaction videos to some of the songs off of Liminality. The first song that we're going to be listening to, Chemical Lobotomy, Roach Queen, and then The Hourglass were the 3 songs that I have already listened to already. But I did not go back and listen to Venenosa or Waves, which were the other 2 singles that were released. So I'm going into the rest of it pretty blind, which I'm very stoked about. But either way, if you like it, check the links in the description. Please go pre-order it if you can. That would be amazing. I got a notification that my stuff shipped out today. So international shipping, so we'll see how that goes. But again, the first song off the album is Chemical Lobotomy, so let's give this a spin.
Wish I could rip it out of my ears, but that doesn't seem so wise. What's another way to hold the crisis? A chemical lobotomy sounds great. No,
Oh, I love how they go straight into the chorus. Oh my god, it's so sick. This drumming is so crazy too. Their drummer is wild. I love it. The dueling vocals is so sick in this part. Oh, I love these vocals. All right, guys, that was Chemical Lobotomy, the first song off of Future Static's new album, Liminality. You can check the links in the description. Please go pre-order it if you can. But how am I not passed out from a food coma? I don't know. I just, I'm a champion, man. That's what I gotta say. But I love this song. This was, again, one of the first couple songs that I did listen to from Future Static, and just ultimately fell in love with this group. I think this, again, is going to be one of those bands to keep an eye out for in 2024. I think they have a lot of great melodic elements in this group, and I think this song does a really good representation of kind of giving you an idea of what their sound is. Jared, no, I don't have work tomorrow, so also that's probably why I'm staying up and doing this. But I really love the way that Kira and Ami really kind of work together. They both have a really distinct, unique vocal structure, and I think that they do a really great job of counteracting each other in that way. And it's not even really in a negative way. I think the way that they kind of mesh together, especially at the end of this song, I really think that the melody of it works out super well. And as well as that, I think they just give me a little bit, especially that ending portion of the song, gave me a little bit of the Dearly Beloved from Kingdom Hearts 3, I believe, is the song. But I love the kind of melody choices that they use, the kind of harmonic dissonance of the screaming from Ami, but also her clean singing vocals, I think is just really impressive to me. Their band itself is also super talented. I love the way that they have the drumming structured out, really punchy, really aggressive, and I think this song does a really great job of signifying that sort of energy. As well as that, the guitar work is really fun. I love in that kind of second verse breakdown part, I love that kind of descending guitar riff, really, really sick. And kind of, again, gives me that classic metalcore sort of sound, but also I feel like they take it in a completely different direction as well. The chorus is really massive in this track as well. I think they really kind of push super hard in that chorus, which I love. And I feel like this one is one that I'm already gonna love already, and I think they do a great job of, again, reintroducing me to this song, because I haven't listened to it since I did the reaction video, which was maybe about a week or so ago now at this point, or maybe a little bit longer. So really shout outs to Chemical Lobotomy, because this is a fantastic one. And if you want to get my true reaction, you can go check out that video if you want. But this next track I haven't listened to. This was one of the other singles as well, along with Waves, that I didn't listen to. So this is a brand new one for me as well. So we're going to get into Venenosa right now. So let's give it a listen. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Ooh, these vocals are super interesting. Although blast beat section, all right. Ooh. This is sick. Ooh. Ooh. This is so sick. Ooh, this like halftime section? Okay. Oh, that was wild. I'm so glad I saved this one. All right, guys, that was track 2, Venenosa. I enjoyed this one a lot. This one, again, as I mentioned before, I'm glad I waited on listening to this one because this one was really, really good. I love the rhythm switch ups. I think they do a really great job of really subverting your expectation musically. Because I think rhythmically it's like all over the place. You got a little bit of blast beat sections. You have like a lot of double bass work, especially like footwork, which I love. And they kind of switch it up in a really unique way. So I got to give a shout out to Future Static's drummer. I think he's doing a really fantastic job of kind of keeping this stuff interesting. I think that's probably the best way I can describe this group is that they do a really great job of not really giving you an idea of what is going to be coming next. And I think sometimes like that is such a great thing. And I think they do it very well. In fact, I feel like they do it in strides. Just because I think what you would expect to happen isn't always what is tend to happen, or they might give you what you want. And I think that is kind of like the mystery of Future Static, is that they're able to kind of give you those moments where you're like, okay, I can kind of guess where this is going, and then maybe kind of hit you with like a 180 and completely switch it up. So I love the fact that it's very diverse, very fun. This song is really aggressive in the best way possible. I like the like clean vocals. I thought they were like just like, you ever hear vocals and you're like, man, they're just like a tinge bit off, but I kind of like the way that they sound. I feel like this song is just like there is a little bit of dissonance that I think that's going on in this song, specifically with the clean vocals, where it's like I feel like they're almost sharp in some way, but maybe not. Maybe they're on point, and maybe the musicality behind it is maybe a little bit more sharp. So I think this one has like a really odd dissonance that I think really works with, again, a heavier song. So I love the fact that they were able to play with that dissonance in a really unique way. As well as that, the breakdown was fantastic. I love the switch up a couple different times throughout the song. It was very fun. Really, again, a shock to me because I've kind of listened through the singles a lot recently, and I felt like this one was, well, the two that I didn't listen to, Venenosa and Waves, were two that I wanted to save for doing this live. So I think it was a really great opportunity to kind of give my thoughts on it right in the moment, and I felt like this was a good one to save. So big salutes to Future Static on this one. I like this one a lot. But the next one on this list is track 3. This is Roach Queen. I did do a reaction video to it, so you can go check that out if you'd like. But if not, you can stay around and you can give this song a listen with me again. So let's get into Roach Queen.
Introduction to the wildlife, living in my dreams and I go back to say roaches screaming to my mouth. 9 years old, not a day went by. I wake up, what the bell carry me? Awesome, cause they're trying to say what the fuck was wrong.
Whoa! Every time.
So many stories, so explain the horrible feelings. Nobody believes in. There's no stranger.
I like that like minor turn. So sick. The guitar riffs are like classic metalcore. I love that, especially in the chorus.
My parents doesn't know this problem was eventually solved. All in its own didn't seem so bad at the time. I was just a child, I couldn't know. Rewind, I could finally guess what was happening. Get out the pieces, put them together in a brand new way. I was sick and nobody helped me. Get it out, get it out. Some things is like me. Get it out, get it out. I was sick and nobody helped me. All my confidence just
Ooh, that's halftime break. All right.
like my arms and legs and even my lips.
Another halftime break. Vocals. I love this. Love this high vocals. Really sick.
I was sick and nobody helped me. I was sick and nobody helped me. I was sick and nobody helped me. I was sick and nobody. My independence stems from you, not giving a
Oh my god. The song is so good a second time around. All right, guys, that was Roach Queen, track number 3 from Future Static's new album, Liminality. You can check the links in the description if you like what you've heard thus far. This one was great. Again, as I mentioned at the top of the video, Chemical Lobotomy, Roach Queen, and The Hourglass were the 3 songs that I've already listened to already off the album, and I know that they do have Venenosa as well as Waves as the other singles that I didn't listen to, so I kept it pretty brief in terms of the reaction video. So if you'd like to go check those out, you can. But this song specifically I really enjoyed, and I think even giving it a second go around and listening to it now live again, I really enjoy this song a lot. It kind of gives me, especially in the chorus, gives me like kind of classic metalcore vibes with just like the way that the guitar phrasing is on that. feels very like, again, Kill Switch Engage. Like, it gives me like old school metalcore vibes, which I'm fully about. I'm 30, so I feel like for me, like, that is quintessential metalcore. As much as I love the new stuff, don't get me wrong, but like that piques me. You know, I'm all about it. But this song specifically was very fun. I love the way that Ami kind of does her vocals in this song specifically. Really, a really credible talent. Not only in the screaming department, but also like her vocals have kind of like a little bit of an operatic sort of feel, which I think really lends itself to like the avant-gardeness sometimes with Future Static, especially again being maybe a little bit more like Broadway-esque, and I think that really plays into a song like this. I also feel like Chemical Lobotomy as well. Like, she has a really unique tone to her, and then also Kira, I love her vocals as well, and just kind of the very similarly to Chemical Lobotomy, I love the interplay between both of them because I think they have a really unique dynamic where they feed off of each other in this really fun and beautiful way. Like, I think they mesh super well. You can hear like and I talked about it in the interview, you can kind of hear like where like Ami starts and then like the overlap between like her and Kira, and it's just really well done. And where they meet in the middle, it's like beautiful, and where they separate, it's also beautiful. So I love the fact that they're just so dynamic in that way. I think this song is a little bit more on the heavier side, so if you do like the heavier music, then you're probably going to enjoy this a ton. As well as that breakdown, that build up to the breakdown was so sick. I love the kind of like almost yell, but like very emotive and very like raw, and I love that. And then just get into this like absolutely like crazy like double pedal like bass pedal work. I love that. Super aggressive, really punchy, and I think it sends that breakdown off that much more. But yeah, this one is a fantastic one. I think I loved it even more going through it a second time. I think they just keep getting better. It's like a fine wine. So go check out Roach Queen if you haven't, or give a whole listen to this whole album. It's been really fun to give it a listen to live. So hopefully you've been enjoying it. But the next track is track 4. This one is Icarus. This is new. Pretty much I have like 4 or 5 new songs that I have not listened to. Then we get into the Hourglass, and then the other like 3 songs I haven't listened to as well. So this is all going to be fresh stuff. So please check it out if you have a time. But this next one is Icarus, so let's give it a listen. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. This got a great groove to it. Woo. These vocal layers. Oh, nice blast beat section. Oh. Oh. Jesus, man. That's so sick. I like the vocal cadence of this. Ooh, another blast beat section. Let's go. Ooh, these vocals. Let's go. Oh, the layers. Holy shit! Oh my god. That fucking ending was awesome. Guys, that was... I don't even know what to say. This was Icarus by Future Static off their new album, Liminality. If you like it, please go pick it up. Links in the description. This was a 10 out of 10, I think. Maybe 11 out of 10. This was fantastic. Love the vocal structure on this. This is like peak vocal production. Like, oh my god, there's so many great like layers, and like I'm glad that I'm listening to this live, because I feel like I would be doing this album a huge disservice if I passed up on not listening to this live. I loved the vocals. Ami and Kira are, again, I know I keep talking a ton about them, but truly they deserve their flowers. They were fantastic in this song. I think most of the vocals were done by Ami, if I'm not mistaken. But she crushed it. Some of those like really high vocal, like the threshold for her vocals skills are insane. I love that higher register that she has. She gets really like, it gets like really warm, like it has a real nice warmth to it, but being like super like cutthroat in terms of like the way it cuts through this mix. So I love that. I also got to give a shout outs to the guitar work and the drumming, equally as incredible. Some of the insane like blast beat sections were actually nuts. I was surprised that they would have included something like that, but given the nature of what they've been working with in terms of the singles that I've listened to already, I wasn't really surprised at kind of the talent behind what they're doing. And I feel like this is clearly no exception. So I love the fact that this song is just from the get-go very interesting, and then just kind of continues on in that train of interesting musicality. So I gotta give a lot of love to that. Guitar work was really sick as well. As I mentioned previously with like Roach Queen, I love the way that they kind of have this sort of old school way of like writing guitar riffs, but also keeping it really modern in the way that the songs are like produced and stuff like that. So I love the way that they kind of find that middle ground. It's really awesome. So again, I think this is going to be the song to beat right now. I know we have a good bit of this album left to chunk through, but this is a high one for me. I think this has got to be like top 3, 100%. Like, unless they're gonna floor me with some other songs, I want to chomp at the bit a little bit, but I feel like this is great. Michelle, how's it going? Hello. Michelle said, I'm really digging this so far, and then followed that up with saying that was wicked. So I think you might have gotten a new fan, Future Static. But man, this is a great track. If you get if I feel like if you get one song to listen to, maybe we'll come to that at the end because I haven't fully listened to the album yet. But man, this one was amazing. So big salutes. The next song is track 5, is "And the Walls That Were Built." So let's give this one a spin. Oh. Oh, I love these vocals. Oh, I'm gonna get chills. Woo. So ethereal, beautiful. Woo. That like tapping lead. That's so sick. It's giving me a little Invent Animate vibes, which I'm so about. I love that band. Oh man. Oh my god. Oh, this is so sick. Oh, the counterplay. Oh, I love it. Oh my god, this is so sick. I love this like glitchy effect, so sick. Oh, getting back to this monstrous chorus. Oh, the layers again. Oh, gorgeous. Oh, that was so good. I don't know how they keep upping themselves. It's crazy. Guys, that was "And the Walls That Were Built." If you like this, check the links in the description. Go pre-order this. I am super excited for my pre-order. It's going to take a little bit to get from Australia to the United States, but I'm going to be patiently waiting. You know, I'm going to be so stoked when I get that. But, man, this was amazing. I'd love to kind of like, I wasn't sure, honestly. At the beginning, it was a little bit like, you know, it got a little glitchy. They had like some really cool ethereal elements. I thought possibly it could be like an interlude, but then it didn't. It shifted, and then I love the way that Ami comes in vocally. I think she's, again, I've already talked enough about her vocals, but I'll talk more about it. It's kind of giving me a little bit of like like Amy Lee vibes, which I love Amy Lee from Evanescence. But like some of her like falsetto and like high vocal tones is just like so sick. So I love the way that again her vocals kind of float throughout. Really beautiful, really gorgeous. And then as well, I think in the chorus, I think there was some of Kira's vocals that kind of like layer underneath. Really well done. I think it just kind of again encapsulates that sort of dynamic energy that they bring to each song. The lead lines gave me a little bit of like Invent Anime, as well as kind of again those electronic elements. I love that band so much, but I feel like it brings a lot of great energy to that. So definitely love that a ton. The drumming, the guitar work was also very sick, but I think a really large portion of this song I think is dedicated a lot to the vocals, and I think they do a really great job of highlighting that and showing that off a ton. So I love that. And this one I think is going to be a sleeper for me. I have a feeling this is probably going to be amongst my favorites, but like it's definitely I think it's definitely a little bit of an odd start, but like once you fully get into it, you're like, oh man, I could take another minute of this song. Like by the end of it, I was like, man, I wish there was just a little bit more. I love the part where they kind of layered in like Ami's like clean singing, but also screaming, and then I believe also Kira's vocals as well. It just kind of added this full spectrum of vocal presence that I love. So very sick. Michelle says they definitely have a fan. That's awesome. Go check them out. I obviously know you're going to go check them out. Uninteresting says, I know these guys and they've been working so damn hard for so many years, and they're fantastic live. I wish I could see them live. Like I said, I know they live in Australia, so obviously that is amazing that you got to see them. But I'm hoping to come to the States. Fingers crossed. Maybe next year. We'll see. But this song is fantastic. And again, really kind of continuing on. Hello, Future Static. You're here. I'm about 5 songs in, so you have to. We're up to Waves, so very excited. But anyway, this next one is Waves, so let's give it a listen. Since I didn't listen to it, I didn't take your advice. I was supposed to listen to Venenosa and Waves, but I didn't do it because I want to do it live. So these are all going to be live from here on out, pretty much, except for the Hourglass. That's the one I've already listened to. So let's get into Waves, guys. All right. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I like that lead guitar line. Super sick. Oh, okay. Woo. Okay. Woo. That's so sick. Ooh, okay. I like how this breaks out. Let's go. Okay. Get a nice little ethereal break in the bridge. Okay. Okay. I'm about it. Oh, yes. Oh, I like this double bass push. Okay. All right, let's go. We'll ring out. All right, guys, that was track 6. This was called Waves, and it's off of Future Static's new album, Liminality. You can check the links below. Go pick it up. I'm super pumped for mine. So definitely really excited. Currently, oh yeah, I'll care to mention this since we're doing this live. If you do live in Australia, they're going to be opening up for Electric Callboy. So if you do and you haven't gotten tickets, I don't know. I think the whole tour sold out, but you should still try to see if you can get tickets. And if you already are going, go early. Go see Future Static because I need to see them live and I have not. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, they come to the States soon. But anyway, this was Waves. I enjoyed this song a ton. As I mentioned in a couple different songs, I would say more specifically Roach Queen. And I would also say maybe like In the Walls That Were Built kind of give me that like classic metalcore kind of like guitar writing, especially more so in the leads. I love the way their guitar player writes. It kind of meshes that kind of gap between new and old in terms of like metalcore. So I love the fact that they are incorporating really cool like guitar riffs, very reminiscent of probably one of my favorite bands that I listen to, which is Counterparts. I feel like they do a great job of kind of finding, especially like the lead parts feel like Counterparts, but I know also Counterparts pulls a lot from like Misery Signals and like OG metalcore music. So I love the fact that they're paying a little homage to that because I don't feel like you get too many of those moments. So really fun. As well as that, vocally, really enjoyed this song a ton. I think both Ami and Kira just are crushing it. I feel like I'm running out of adjectives to say for both of them vocally because it's been a real treat, I'll tell you what, with these vocals. But this one was another one. I felt like this was a little bit more straightforward than all of the other songs, arguably, which isn't a bad thing. I think you definitely need a song that's a little bit more of a bass line, and considering this was the first song that they released, it kind of does give you a little bit of a taste, I would argue, into what is Future Static. But I think a lot of the songs that preceded them in terms of singles, being Chemical Lobotomy, Venenosa, Roach Queen, and The Hourglass, I think do a really good job of, again, continuing on with that train. And if you were a fan since Waves, I think it gives you an even better perspective, I would argue, on what is to come and obviously what's on this album. So I often try to kind of put it in the perspective of like, hey, is this going to fit more so in regards to like the way that this album is structured? Like, I love to know where the songs are placed in the sort of like track listing, and if I can kind of find that through I don't even know what I'm saying. Like the through line, that's the word I was trying to think of. The through line between like the album. So I think it does really a great job of kind of giving you a baseline. So love this song. It's definitely one that I think I would love to give more listens. And considering this is like a once through, I will be giving it a little. I will be giving this entire album some more love. Post reaction. So come back to my albums of the year. I will have more thoughts on this album, I'm sure. But this next one is called track 7. This is Iliad. This one features Heartline. This was one that they had mentioned to me to really check out, especially if I'm into heavy songs. So I feel like this is the time. There's been some songs that they have recommended to me, and I have not listened to them, obviously. So this is brand new. So this is Iliad featuring Heartline. Let's give it a listen. Let's go. Let's go. Oh! Right out the gate. Oh! Those pinch harmonics, wild. Ooh. Oh. These vocal layering, wild. Yes, I love that little blast beat ending. That was so sick. Guys, that was Iliad featuring Heartline. Oh boy, that was heavy. Like, you guys are not kidding about that song. That one is a ripper. I love this song. Again, I'm a huge heavy stan, so I feel like this is well up my alley for this. But their drummer, I gotta give him the props, man. Holy shit! Like I'm gonna say his calves must be built of steel or something, because my God, my man is hitting the blast beats. I'll tell you what. Which I love. I'm a huge fan of like bands incorporating different like rhythmic structures, and I think that they really do a great job of not kind of like. I feel like it's very easy. You could overdo it. And I think this was done very tastefully, you know, like you want to have those moments where it's like a little, you want to have the punch, right? And the best way to do that is with a little blast beat section. So love the fact that they kind of incorporate that and then have more of a rhythmic sort of beat mixed throughout. Really, really sick. That insane guitar solo was wild. I was not expecting that. There was a ton of pinch harmonics, a ton of like guitar, like wailing and squealing, and it was so sick. I gotta give a shout out to the vocalist from Heartline, because he sounded like an absolute beast. So big salutes. That was actually insane. He sounded like a monster. So love that. As well as that, I also feel like both, especially the part where you hear Ami and the vocalist from Heartline, like just layered out vocally, was insane. So I love that, and it just added that much more like depth and like anger and all this sick emotion to it. So I love that. And then at the end, you just get a little pop. You get a little bit of blast beat sections in there. So this is 2 minutes of pure chaos, and I'm all about it. So they're really throwing some curveballs at me, so I'm all about it. But this next one is Will I? So I think we should give it a listen. I don't know if I may be able to catch my breath throughout this entire review. This one's, ooh, okay.
I need to be around this. The spirit is a shape that it won't go away.
Ooh, okay.
If I could be anywhere, will I go? If I could be anywhere, will I? These stories resurface like a needle through a thread. Instead, it's meaningless and logical.
Okay.
My body is the follicle. It's the seed that's sprouting into doubting. It's horrible.
I like the way that the vocals are laying around in this part.
It's horrible. My mouth is watering. My eyes are stinging. My legs keep shaking. The water draining onto my hands without benefit. It's love for the truth. Better yet, the love for the mood is never there.
It's giving me a little bit of Being as an Ocean kind of feel.
It's never there. I need to be around this. My spirit has a shape and it won't go away. If I could be
The like high, like falsetto mixed with her normal vocal line. Really cool.
I'm thinking it's the boundaries. My body has a face and it won't stay the same. If I could be anywhere, will I go? If I could be anywhere, will I?
Ooh, are they gonna hit me with some heavy? I'm scared.
I forget the meaning sometimes of a fortune worthwhile.
Okay.
Always setting down the drain. Take off your smile when you embrace me. Makes me think about it all day. All day. This waiting on bargains.
This is, I like the like minor tonality of this. Ooh, okay. Ooh. Nice guitar solo. Oh, these vocals. Wow, that one really hit a 180. All right, guys, that was track number 8. That's Will I off of Future Static's new album, Liminality. Check the links in the description if you like it thus far. But this song, I'll be honest, I was a little unsure. I didn't know where it was going to go, what type of, where they were going to take me, right? The one thing I really do like about this song specifically was that the first part of the song, like just kind of comparing Iliad, which is like arguably probably one of the heaviest songs on this album. I feel like I could say that pretty confidently. to kind of having almost like a spoken word, like being as an ocean sort of feel to Will I, which is like a complete juxtaposition of sound, I think is really nice. You know, I love when bands have like a really, really aggressive song and they follow it up with like more of a softer or more of a vibier sort of song. It kind of gives you that like calm, calm before the storm. I'm trying to think of words. But I feel like it kind of gives you that kind of feeling. And this song specifically gives me that sort of vibe of like, you have this big moment of Iliad, and then you're like, okay, can I kind of give you this sort of can I kind of lessen it a little bit, and not in a bad way. I just feel like they're like, we've given you a lot to deal with Iliad. Let's give you something to kind of vibe with. And I love the kind of like odd sort of phrasing in terms of this song specifically. Then in the middle, it gets like a little bit like rock kind of, and then there's like some really cool screaming vocal parts that like Ami does in the middle, and then at the end it kind of picks up and becomes a little bit more grandiose, a little bit more theatrical, as Michelle mentioned in the chat. I think that they kind of combine that sort of way of processing the sound and kind of migrating it to like having a big swell at the end of the song. And I think it goes to show how intuitive their songwriting is. You know, I think very easily this song could have just been like an interlude, or it could have just been something that just kind of like separated you to the next song. But for the sheer fact that the first part of the song does kind of feel like a little bit of an interlude, but the way that they were kind of able to do a 180 and have it fill out at the end of it and give you that kind of like that rest at the end is really, really nice. And so I feel like don't want to discount this song or write it off as just being like, oh, this is like a nice little interlude sort of track. I think it does really give you that kind of roller coaster feel, and I love that. So to me, this one does the job justice, and I think it works perfectly after Iliad. I always find that in terms of groups or bands that I talk about, I love to see why they structure it out. And I think that structuring out songs in an album is really important, because you get that like high, and then you get this low, and then you get this kind of like roll off. And I think the song is a great way of showing off that sort of medium really well. So like this song, again, I feel like this one, it deserves a little bit more listens, a little bit more time, a little bit more love. So I'm probably gonna come back to this one as very much of this rest of this album as well. This next song is track number 9. This one is The Hourglass. This is the first song that I listened to from Future Static, other than their cover of Gasolina. If you like that song from Daddy Yankee, go check it out. It's incredible. But this is the first original song that I've heard from Future Static, and I have a lot of love for it. So let's go check out The Hourglass. I love this drum fill at the beginning, baby. So sick.
Where should I place my feelings if the world surrounding there is a road that I
Oh, this vocal part kills me every time. Love it. The trade-off between Kira and Ami. Chef's kiss. This fucking breakdown, I love this. And then you get this like nice ethereal section. So sick. This last chorus is so fucking tight. Oh. So, I love the vocal textures of this ending. Oh. Oh, so good. All right, let's go. This one is the Hourglass from Future Static off their new album, Liminality. Check the links below if you like it. Getting up to some comments here. Future Static says the video for Venenosa, wasn't up to date. And that's what I was referring to a comment before about if you like horror, which I'm a big baby, so I don't like horror. But I'll probably check the music video out anyway. You know, I'll just sleep with one eye open. But anyway, Michelle says, got it. Uninterested says, watching this band grow has been so great. When you said opera, Ami's mom is an opera singer. Yes, I remember us talking about that. I was like, it makes sense now. It's coming together. Which again shows off the big the grandioseness of the vocals. I think again this is probably the best song I would show to someone. If I was to pick one song in terms of the singles from Future Static to show anybody, this is the one. I think it has great riffs. It's got a sick breakdown. The way that the vocals are structured out is immaculate. I think both Kira and Ami are fucking so good. I think every time that I listen to this song, and this has been the second time that I've listened to it, I think I just get more floored vocally. It's just like, could you put any more layers in? Of course you could, but like for the sheer fact that the vocals hit at such a right way, I just love it. Especially the ending part of the song, I think is just absolutely gorgeous. So I'm a huge fan. I think this is just, again, probably one of my favorites of the singles. But I think, again, listening to it again for the second time and it being live this time around, I think it gives me so much more appreciation for kind of the vocal structure, the way that that breakdown is so cool with like the ethereal like vocals in the back, but then also having like the drums and the guitar just like hit and the bass work. This is fantastic. So I think this one, to me, out of all the singles, was my personal favorite. But I like all of them individually. I think they all have their unique charm to them. But I think this also being kind of the first song that I listened to from Future Static, I think I have a lot of love. Which I would imagine for maybe like uninteresting. I feel like they would probably choose Waves, since they've been a fan of theirs for quite a bit. So I don't know. I think for me, the Hourglass is just so good, and then everything else on top of that, I think is just a cherry on top. So this one is a great one. Probably, again, I'll keep reiterating it. Vocals, incredible. The next one is track 10. This one is Halfway Across the World. This looks to be kind of an interlude, so I'm excited to get into this one, but let's jump into it. I think it's going to be an interlude, if I had to guess. Maybe not. Maybe a little acoustic vibe.
I took myself halfway across the world. For a long time I didn't know why. Until you for years, my friends, you were alive.
These vocals.
Every time
It can't get any better.
I would cry. Oh, I see.
Melody choice. I love the chording on this too. Holy shit. All right, guys. That was Halfway Across the World, track number 10. I'm going to keep this one a little brief because the song is brief. But vocally, oh my God, what great melody choices. Just like the descending, like melodic vocal riff. Oh, so beautiful. I think just again meshed up against acoustic guitar. I feel like I have a really soft spot for like those like really acoustic ballady sort of songs. I honestly wish the song was a little longer, if I'm going to be for real. I kind of wish it was like I could take another like a couple minutes of the song. I think it's very similarly to like my love of why like Capstan is another one of my favorite bands that kind of again manipulates the sort of genre super well, and I think they can do like an acoustic song super well, but also have like a heavy hitter aggressive song. And I think Future Static also takes cues from that, of having a lot of great melodic moments like this that I think you really can kind of like latch onto. So I wish this was a little bit longer. I feel like that's my negative critique on this, is just I wish it was like another minute or two. I feel like it would have given me that like perfect amount of closure, because like it rounds off and it goes into the next song, which maybe might also be a soft song, but I feel like if you're going to have Sean from Make Them Suffer, it may not be a soft song. So I'm gonna bite my tongue for a second. I'm gonna just say that it could be a heavy song. I'm just gonna say that. But if it is a not heavy song, I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, uninteresting says Ami's range is crazy. You bet your ass I've been saying that throughout the entirety of this live. So it's been really cool to experience her talent, so as well as Kira's talent as well. Just the whole group is fucking phenomenal. So we are going to move it on to track 11. This is Plated Gold. This features Sean. I'm not even going to try to pronounce Sean's last name, but it's from the band Make Them Suffer, and I love that band too. Shout outs to Sean, major homie. But let's get into Plated Gold. Oh, let's go.
We don't love
very like counterparts riffy. I love it. Oh, I like this push in the chorus. Super sick. Vocal layered. Oh. Ooh, the vocals. Oh, so good. Okay, we're getting a breakdown. Oh, that was hard. The layering as well in this. Oh, that was so good. Holy fuck. Oh my god. I'm running out of expletives to say, I feel like. Guys, that was Plated Gold featuring Sean from Make Them Suffer. Bro, this was so fucking good. Just to get into some comments, Uninteresting says Plated Gold is probably my favorite right now. I wouldn't disagree. I think this is probably one of the best songs off this album, guaranteed. Michelle says it's like a gentle pull you in, then swift shove to the ground. I would also agree, especially with having Sean on a track. I feel like that was, I kind of knew, but even still, I was still shocked at how good it was. Getting into the feature, I love Sean from Make Them Suffer. I feel like I've covered them a ton here. I've had Sean on the show. Shout outs to Sean from Make Them Suffer. Doing a lot of great shit, so I'm so proud of them. But I love whenever he features on tracks. I think he's just got a great tone. He's got a great aggressive punch that I feel like is somebody that it doesn't matter what band he is featuring on or does a feature for. I love it. I think he's awesome. So that, to me, I was already stoked when they told me that Sean was going to be on a track. So this was one I was looking forward to. But as well as that, I think, again, I know I've been saying this a lot, but I'll beat this dead horse into the ground. vocal layering. This one had so much depth. I could probably spend a couple hours talking to you about how great the vocal layering is on this track, but I feel like it would do it a great disservice. But I think the way that they arranged like Ami's vocals, the way that they arranged Kira's vocals, I think was really really tight, and especially towards the ending portion of that song, the way that they kind of like interplayed was super super sick, and they've been doing a lot throughout this entire record. So if you're like a vocal fiend much like myself, I think you're gonna enjoy this a ton. There's gonna be lots of like vocal texturing that I feel like if you're a huge like proponent of vocal layering, then you're probably gonna get a lot of love out of this album. Guitar riffs were really fun. Give me a little bit of melodic hardcore vibes, especially in that breakdown part where it was just Kira's bass playing. I thought that was super hard. I love when a good like drum and bass kind of like mosh part comes in, and I feel like this song, which I hope if they play this one live, I need to see some live footage of this. I feel like this one would pop the fuck off, especially once that breakdown part comes in. Oh, that's gonna be monstrous. But I love this song. I can totally see why Uninteresting put this as one of their top songs, because I think this is also, to me, one of my favorite songs that I've listened to so far. So 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10, 12 out of 10. I think this is a monstrous song that if there was only a couple songs you could listen to, I think this is definitely one of those ones that you need to put high up on the ratings list to give a listen. So we are getting into the last one, which I'm really upset about because I could listen to this album like 20 more times, but it is well past 1 a.m. here on the East Coast of the U.S., so I probably should go to bed soon. But we are going to get into the last one, which is the Embers, so let's give it a listen. I'm a night owl, so don't feel too bad. Also, thank you, chat, for joining me. You guys are awesome. Ooh, I like that bass. Ooh. Ooh, okay. Ooh, okay. That like halftime section in his chorus. I like that descending melody. Ooh. I like this synth. It's kind of been throughout the entirety of the song, which is really tight. That middle section I was not expecting. That's so cool. Little build up, okay. That like guitar solo, okay. Oh, this is great. All right, guys, that was the final track, The Embers, track 12 off of Future Static's newest album, Liminality. If you like it, check the links below to go pick it up. Wow, this song specifically, I wasn't sure what to expect. I kind of had a feeling it was going to be like a song to send the album off with, and I think they did a really good job of kind of fulfilling that promise. I thought it was very melodic, and I thought for sure they were just going to continue that sort of melodic train throughout, but like that middle section was really sick. The breakdown was super tight, really aggressive. It kind of acts as like a curveball to the rest of the song, and then the way they kind of build it up towards the end was really, really tight, and then just to kind of give you a nice little send-off at the end was really beautiful. I'm going to be beating a dead horse again. Vocal layering on this was also really sick, especially that like descending melodic riff that Ami does, that you get to hear a little bit more in the back part of the, if you're listening to this on like headphones or something, you get to hear a little bit of that like back vocal, like the way that the vocals are set are really kind of in the back, which I really love, and I think it adds this sort of like depth to the track, but I also think it doesn't pull away from that main melody that Ami gives you in this song specifically. I love that this one kind of features everybody individually. You got to hear a little bit of more of Kira's bass playing, and I think that kind of is highlighted a little bit more in this song specifically. And that's not to discount her in previous songs, but I think it does give a better understanding of like where that kind of low end, that tone kind of comes from. So I love the way that they kind of put that all together. Guitar work was really sick. Actually, I would say it's a little bit tuned down, if I'm going to be honest. Like it was a little bit more playing to the strengths of the song rather than to just go crazy. There was that really cool guitar solo that I think added to that like grandioseness towards the end of the song. But I think they really do a great job of servicing the song in the way that it should be, and doesn't feel like it's overtaking part of the song if maybe the main portion or the main draw to the song is going to be more of the vocals. Like I think there are some songs off this album where you're like instrumentally it should be more of a focus, and I feel like this song specifically is one that you should be more focused on like the vocal melodies and the way that the song kind of vocally is driven, as opposed to maybe like the instrumentation. But I think this is a great way to end off this record. I think if you have not given this band a listen, you need to stop what you're doing and give this band a listen, because I think that this is I think this is going to be very high up on my albums of the year list, and it's kind of crazy considering that we are practically at the end of November, so I'm going to have to get a lot of listens into this album, but I think they've made it very easy to kind of deliberate on how good this album is. I think it has a lot of great melodic elements. I think if you're a really big proponent of like female vocalists, I think you definitely need to be giving this a listen, because it certainly has an insane amount of talent to it, both from Kira as well as Ami. They're both incredibly talented vocalists, so I want to make sure that I'm giving them the proper flowers that they deserve. As well as that, I think instrumentally is also really great too. Shout outs to their the other two members, their guitar player and their drummer. Apologies for not remembering their name, but I feel like they very well deserve it. And as Uninteresting pointed out in the chat, like, they've been grinding it out for quite a bit. So to have something that is such a thing that they should be proud of, I mean, is incredible. So I think for me, this is, like, again, going to be pretty high up of my albums of the year list. I think in terms of my favorite songs off the album, I would say Plated Gold is, I would say it's probably going to be number one, but it would also be tied with Icarus. I really love that song a ton. I think those two are, like, probably my top two, and I don't know if I could really pick between one or the other, to be honest. So I'm going to put them both at number one. At number three, I would probably put the Hourglass. That was another one I really enjoyed a ton. I think Chemical Lobotomy is going to be number four. And then to kind of round out the list, I would probably put the Iliad. I mean, who doesn't love a stupid heavy song as well? And then I probably put as an honorable mention And the Walls That Were Built. I think that one has to be amongst some of my favorite songs. But it was so hard to choose because they're all great. So really a fantastic album from front to back. I think this is a no-skip album if you're asking me. I think that each one of these songs is flawless in their own right. So please, if you have not given Future Static some love, check the links in the description. This week is really important to them because they are trying to get their first week sales. So if you can and you have the money to afford to purchase it, please go do it. I'm not telling everybody that they should go purchase it, but if you would like to help this band and you would like them to help get to your city or your country, this is the best way to go do it. So please go show them some love. And again, if you live in Australia and you happen to go to see Electric Callboy, go out early, go see them. They're going to be awesome. And I'm very excited for the one day when they come to the United States. So please go show them some love. Let me know what your favorite songs are down in the comment section below, or if you want to give it to me in the chat before I close this out. Would love to hear what your favorites are off the album. And huge thanks to both Ami and Kira for coming on. An interview will be posted with them I don't believe it's this week. Let me check. It's not this week upcoming, but I think it might be the following week. So let me just double check while I have all of you on here. So you guys get the sneak peek since you stayed till the end. So this one is coming out on December the 4th. So not this week, but the following week. So check back for the channel. It will be out at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So if you live in Australia, you just check it out the next day. But yeah, very excited. It was such a great conversation, and I'm excited for everybody to check this one out because it was fun and love those ladies. So big salutes to them, and best of luck on tour. So guys, thank you for watching. I love all of you. If you like this content, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It does go a long way. I'm well on my way to 4,000 subscribers. I would love to hit it before the year's over with. So if you can really help me get there, that would be amazing. But thank you guys for watching. I should probably go to bed because it's 1:30 in the morning. But pleasure talking to all of you. I hope to see you in an up-and-coming live very soon. And again, huge thanks to Future Static. Please go show them some love. Thank you guys for watching.